and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
We're
therapist.
the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
These 3 words will change your life forever. Brad?
What do you want me to say them?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Wow.
This is part of our self-improvement series, and we stole this title from Brian Tracy.
Sure.
I used to listen to Brian Tracy a lot when I was younger. He used to have those tape sets,
The cassette back in the
in
cassette
the car.
days.
And I mean, he really actually has a lot of good advice. He had a lot of good business advice too. So
you think he's going to mind that we saying this?
oh, we all borrow from each other,
That's
don't
what
we?
yeah, and he's been around a while. He'll understand.
He understands.
Yeah.
So, by the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you're going to want to join us on our social media platforms. We got Instagram, we got Facebook. We're not giving anything away right today, but starting tomorrow, we're going to be giving away another mattress, Sleep Ovation mattress. So, 700
Excellent.
mattress.
Those come not in the mail, but FedEx or UPS.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how they just open up and it turns into this beautiful mattress.
Right. It's just makes it handy for you don't have to go to the store.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So anyways,
all right, let's move on.
Okay, what 3 words, Bob? I want to hear them.
All right, words have a tremendous impact on how you think or feel. In fact, there's a book, Brad, I haven't read it, but it's called Words Can Change Your Brain. And I think we find that out. The way you think about a problem can affect your attitude or outlook.
Right.
So, the word problem triggers like a negativity or anxiety, doesn't it? When you hear the word problem.
Yep, it's like hitting a brick wall and it hurts.
So, right. So one possibility, when you say the word problem, instead of substituting the word situation.
Yes.
So situation is a neutral word, so it has less negativity, and it's going to make you less anxious about the problem and hopefully maybe help you solve it a little easier. So
right.
You think about the most famous line, Houston, we have a problem. They should have said, Houston, we have a situation.
Yeah, we're talking about, for the younger people.
Yeah.
We're talking about when the rocket was going to the moon and there was an issue. Well, they got a movie on it.
Yeah, and it was Apollo 13, was it?
I believe so.
Or yeah, I think it was Apollo 13. But in that situation, it's life or death. So, I mean, it's but I said situation, didn't I, in that situation? So, better yet, okay, rather than problem or situation, how about we change it to challenge?
Right.
Because challenge is actually a positive word. So, and I've been using this in my life, Brad. Every time right now I'm sick again, which, by the way, I'm not happy with. And, my wife.
She gave it to you.
She gave it to me. I went right from one sickness to another. So instead of saying I got a problem, I've been saying to my wife, actually, I've got a challenge.
Right.
I got this. I got to get through it. There's a billion people out there that are sick right now.
Sure.
So you got to rise to the challenge. It makes life exciting. What would life be without challenges?
Right. And you're really not that sick. I mean, you got a cold or you got something going.
I'm sick. I was sick yesterday.
I mean, you're not
I'm
like
a big baby when it comes to.
It's not like you got a cancer or something like that.
No,
you just got a little thing going on.
something that'll go away.
Right.
That's
so put
exactly
it in perspective.
That's right. Very good, Brad. You're already doing a challenge.
And if you're a competitive in nature and you put the word challenge out like me, it's like, I'm ready to go after because I want to get that challenge because it's fun to overcome a challenge.
It's funny because I was treating a patient and this guy works on the line, one of those linemen.
Oh, okay, power lines.
And those guys, I mean, they're all the same. They're all tough. And seriously, so he was out somewhere and he fell and he's like, well, I got to cowboy up. I got to tough this out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turned out he had a collapsed lung. And he's like, boy, this is really a challenge.
Yeah.
And so there can be sometimes where you take it too far, but I always think about that. I go, I got to cowboy up a little bit here.
Sure.
Yep. But the best way to look at a problem actually is to switch the word opportunity with problem.
Right.
Because quite often, isn't that the case in life, Brad? Even with a lot of businesses that were started, is that there was a problem that was solved and that was an opportunity.
Exactly right.
So, and Napoleon Hill, I'm going to do his quote here. He was also kind of a famous...
Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill. You never read any of his books?
I think I did. I certainly heard of him. I've heard a number of his quotes, but I don't know if I've read one of his books yet.
Yeah, I know how to get rich or something. He had one like that, something like that. I can't remember
It's
the
coming.
exact.
Well,
Yeah, it's coming back to you. Every problem or difficulty you face contains the seed of an equal or greater advantage or benefit.
Right.
So yeah, anything that you come up against in life, there's that seed you can grow into to make it more advantage. So instead of Houston, we have a problem. It should have been Houston, we have an opportunity, and to prove ourselves.
there you go. Yeah.
Now this, I'm going to say this only goes so far. I mean, we've had the cancer diagnosis, unfortunately, in my family a number of times, and it's hard to say that's an opportunity.
Right.
I mean, the only thing I could say I took away from that is it really does give you increased empathy for other people who are going
Sure.
through it. I mean, once you don't understand unless you've gone through yourself.
Sure.
You really don't.
Right.
And it also gives you increased thankfulness when your family and friends are healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, and you should wake up every day and say, like I said, I'm sick right now, but this is nothing compared to, a fatal diagnosis or something
right.
like that. So, I just think it really helped me become a little more of a positive person.
Sure.
And try to look at things in a way of trying to solve these issues instead of lament about them.
Right. Don't
So-
let them take it. It really boils down to, I'm thinking about this as we talk, is you really need to, be an optimist. Look at the
Positive mental attitude.
is the glass half empty or half full?
Brad, and I'm going to say this, and I usually won't say this on film, that people it's recorded all our history, but I actually look up to you because Brad is a tough guy.
Oh,
It's like, I don't know how many times she's like it'll be like really bad weather on Brad. Yeah, well, it's Minnesota.
That's
It's
just
like,
because I don't know any better.
yeah, I know. But even same with sickness too. You're like, yeah, so I'm sick. So I lost a leg. So what? I got one more yet.
That's a flesh wound.
Yeah, that's a flesh wound. So no, I think about him quite often. He's been kind of my role model in that remark. And you can strike that part. You can edit that part out, right?
Edit that. Actually, on the other hand, Bob is one of those guys that is so relaxed and calm. It's just like nothing affects him. It's just like you.
What is this? A happy? I'm going to be.
No, Bob, I'm not going to be hugging you or anything like that. We got people talking the way it is.
All right. Yeah, that's right.
We
All right.
digress.
Thanks everybody for watching.